Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about the case of Jaden Lee Make. It's so scary, I must say. So the boy got missing 13 May Tuesday and the mother filed a missing child report. So the mother claimed that his son Jaden Lee never came back home. The last person to see him was either the transport driver or the security guard, because the transport driver claimed to have dropped off the child. Then the security also claimed he indeed saw Jaden Lee being dropped off by the transport driver. So obviously, the child might be in the complex somewhere. Because if the transport driver and the security agree that the child was dropped off, so obviously the child is in the complex somewhere. So the community and the police allegedly went to the driver's place and searched his place. So I can only imagine the embarrassment he felt of being accused of kidnapping a child, and that could possibly harm his business as a school transport driver. But that's the law. Just to be sure, they went to search the place and obviously they found nothing that could incriminate him or put him behind bars for questioning. So the community decided to search every flat in the complex because the security 100% sure Jaden Lee was being dropped off by a driver. So now that means he's around the complex. So every flat was searched, and as you know, as you can see, the community was angry. I mean, I don't blame them. If a child is missing, it could be anyone, someone neutral, someone who's your neighbor. So they search every place, everyone's flat. So the child still was nowhere to be found. So that means he was considered a missing child and had people worried because it could be anyone's child. And people were more scared of the outcomes. We all know what mostly happens to missing children. And another shocking thing is that the mother's flat was never searched at all. Allegedly, the mother stopped them from searching the flat. And even I wouldn't be alert like that, because I believe she probably stopped them saying her child is missing and they busy searching her place. She probably stopped them saying those things. And I'm not saying she said those things, those are my thoughts, okay? And obviously, people and police didn't think of searching her flat. Nightmare people feared will happen actually did happen horribly. The next morning, a warm body of 11-year-old boy was found at the staircase near his mother's flat. So the body of Jaden Lee was found still warm and had bruises. How cruel can someone be to do that to a child? And it is clear that this incident happened inside the complex. Remember, every flat in that complex was searched, besides the flat of the mother, but still, that didn't really ring a bell to anyone. The act of the mother was too convincing, I must say. She is the best actress ever. Tears and the acting of the mother was too convincing, I must say. She's the best actress ever. People fall for her act. I did too. I felt sorry for her having a child being murdered then placed near your staircase. That's horrible, I must say. To think she even blamed the cops for slowing down on finding the murder. The community marched, calling the SAPS incapable. Well, SAPS proved the community wrong and worked so hard to a point that fingers were pointing at different direction. It's heartbreaking that a young boy's life was taken along that complication. So when cops proved their capabilities, a family member was arrested. I don't like how they even said it, calling the person a family member of Jaden Lee. They could have said it straight. Uguti, the mother of Jaden Lee, was arrested involving the case of her murdered son. They could have just stated the way it is. She murdered her son. She was the suspect. She was arrested. Certain things were found. They could have said so. Go back on the 14th of May when the body was discovered. They called the mother. At this point, I think we should name and shame her. Her name is Tiffany Nicole Mick. She's 31 years old. Mother Tiffany was called, I think, by SAPS. I'm not sure. She didn't sleep at her flat. She went and slept over at her mother's flat. Not that it's a crime, but listen to this.
At the back of my mind, it was always he was going to return home. It didn't hit me until I received the phone call the next day to say, come home, your child has been found. my place of residence.
So you were not home at that moment?
No, I had spent the nights at my mother's place because my mother didn't want to leave me alone.
So, as a mother, she believed her son would come back home. To which home exactly? A home where her mother is not at? Why couldn't the grandmother come and sleep over and they wait for the news, any news together? I mean, all this doesn't make sense really. You know, as a mother, if a child were to go missing, obviously I believe he or she will come back home, at least come back to me as a mom. Then what do you mean a kid will come back home? To what home? Which home? An empty house? Where is the mother? Mother decided to go and sleep at the grandmother's place. That doesn't make sense at all. Doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up. People call it a complicated case. The truth is, there's nothing complicated about this case. Someone is definitely being protected. What I'm trying to say, number one, Mother Tiffany refused her flat to be searched. That's fishy. I must say, it's very, very fishy. But two, teachers claim that Jaden Lee once spoken about the abuse he's going through in the hands of her mother. Number three, Tiffany decided to sleep at the grandmother's place. Following morning, a body was found. So she wasn't home, right? Every flat was searched. Every corner of the complex was searched. Okay? Number four, the body was found warm, clean, with visible bruises on the body. So that means while the searching was happening, the poor boy, was still alive, was still conscious. We can say that. I think he was murdered in the morning hours of that day. So now the question stands, who could have done such a horrible crime? Remember, the only flat that was in search was the mother's flat, Tiffany's flat, Jaden Lee's home, Jaden Lee's safe space was in search. So where could they have hidden the body while he was still alive? It's so obvious. Everything is pointing to the flat of the mother. Now the big red question is, who did it? Is the mother Tiffany or what? The mother Tiffany has the alibi. She slept over her mother's place. She claims it is now clear that the only flat that was in search was Mother Tiffany's flat, and it's highly possible that Jaden Lee was there definitely. And her stopping the police from searching raises questions. Okay, we all know this, right? And we also know cops can arrest someone without valid evidence. So police arrested Mother Tiffany after finding Jaden Lee's blood on his bed, school clothes, and books. Shocking. Who I must say, a lot was happening. That child went through a lot to even think the bed has his blood, even books. Books, that's crazy business. Why is the blood on the books? So clearly he was doing a homework or something. Something happened to him. So now it's clear the young boy lost his life at home, a place that was supposed to be a safe and happy place for him. The very same place it took his life. Oh, before we go too far, someone allegedly cleaned the scene, the crime scene, trying to cover up everything. You is a lot with my son. If it were my child, then hell will break loose. Come on, hell will break loose. That's evil to think that the mother might have been behind this. That's crazy business because at this point, she is the crime suspect. She is pointed, you know. We just need answers. We just need her to just tell the truth. What happened in that flat? What happened to Jaden Lee? You know, after all this, I'm thinking to myself, Uguti, maybe, just maybe, everything happened so fast. Things went south ways. She didn't know what to do at that point. I'm not justifying her actions, but I'm just trying to figure out what exactly happened. I'm trying to figure out myself what could have drove a mother to kill her only living son. Any mother was painted as an abusive parent, allegedly. I think she went too far this time around. She beat him so bad. because allegedly he was hit with something on the head. Mother Tiffany, after hitting the child, allegedly, that's something I'm trying to figure out what happened. I'm not saying she did it. I'm just trying to figure out what drove her to that state. Okay, I think after hitting the child with an object, she decided to place the child on the bed, not to look suspicious if anyone could come, unannounced. After that, she thought of a quicker lie to lie about the missing child. So later on she can know what more lies she can tell, like, she was murdered, isn't child. That's my take, that's my opinion, that's my thoughts. So, and another thing, what I noticed, if really this happened, when someone lies like this, when someone can come up with a quicker lie like that, they dangerous. They too dangerous when someone can lie so quick, like they can come up with a lie like that. Oh, shame. That's too dangerous. That person is a very dangerous person. That particular time, she was in shock. She was nervous. Everything was happening in her head. The child is unconscious and all that. So she decided to place her on the bed, and she didn't know what to do. If she called an ambulance, obviously a lot of questioning would be done. I'm sure she was scared of the questioning. Obviously, the child would wake up and then question would be asked and the police would be involved. Obviously, no one is happy to go to jail. Everyone is scared of jail. That's one thing I know. And to be jailed for killing your own son or to being an abusive parent, that's untainted murder. I think that's what went through her head. Now, what I'm confused at is who, who killed the child, who took the child's life, like who did all that and put her on the staircase. Who is the dead person on all this? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying the uncle and the grandmother know something. They know something. They definitely know something. If not them, someone knows something. That grandmother was saying, "Oh, my child can't do that." So after all this, Jocelyn, Madam, and Tiffany and Renee. So what are we sending the message to our children? Are we saying I carried a child 9 months in my belly? Are we only to kill you when you arrive on earth, when you reach a certain age, when you already know how it feels to be a human? Are we trying to send that message out to the world, out to our children? Are we trying to tell our children, Uguti, you should be scared of your own mother, the mother who carried you 9 months? Be scared of her. Anything can happen. She can take your life too. She brought you to this life and she can also take it. Are we trying to tell our kid that thing? Are we trying to tell our children to be scared of us as mothers? What are we sending that message? What are we trying to do? Same humans who brought these children on earth are the same that are taking these children's life. What are we sending this message? What are we trying to send actually? What are we trying to do? I think now the law should state that the main suspect, the first suspect, should be a parent. Because, I mean, let's look at the stats. All these children disappeared in the hands of their mothers, died in the hands of their mothers, they're being sold in the hands of their mothers. Their mothers are watching, they're just collecting money, they're just taking their lives, they're taking their souls, their freedom. What kind of mothers are they? When a mother turns into a monster, what are we trying to say to our children? I would love to hear her explain how the school bag and the school clothes got inside the flat when the child didn't come back to school. She did say the child never came home from school. How do you explain that exactly? School clothes with blood, bed with blood. Definitely has a lot to explain. So on the 14th July, she appeared at court, and I must say the tears she has now were never seen during the interview. She was never this great. Busy blaming the police on slowing down the case. Oh, she got the nerve. Oh, she got the nerve. So she was applying for a bail application, but it was postponed. Yeah, I think so far it's happening. The case is still going on. She's still going to court, and the community members. Ooh, the community members are so mad. They are so mad during the bail application. At first, they wanted to bail her out. Like they wanted to talk to her to woman, mother to mother. You know, they were so volunteering to even pay the bail, to get her out and talk to her, like woman to woman, just a one on one and mother to mother, so she can explain what the hell. Maybe she has a better explanation, She made a fool out of everyone's emotions. She's a disgrace to motherhood. She's a disgrace to motherhood, to womanhood. It's really hard to believe that a mother can carry a baby 9 months and decide one day to kill or to sell the child. It's really difficult to believe that. But in this case, Mother Tiffany lied about everything. Everything is pointing towards her. She also claims the police are framing her. Okay, let's take it she was framed. Okay, why stopping the search? Why stopping them from searching your place, Tiffany? Why? That's the question. I'm so curious. Could say, why would a mother stop the police? I mean, let them search your place. Maybe they'll find clues, and them, police searching the place. They are not searching because you're a guilty or something. They're looking for clues, because children be leaving clues everywhere. Maybe he or she went to a friend, so they're looking for clues. So why are you stopping the police searching your place? That's the question. And then next morning the child is dead. Next thing, you didn't sleep at your place. You went to sleep at your mother's place, but you are hoping your child will come back home. Come back to which home? The home you also left? Come back to an empty home? No, there's a lot. Okay, let's say she didn't do anything, she didn't lay hands on the child, but she's involved somehow. She covered up everything. If she didn't do anything, she has a hand in something. First information, one of the security claimed that Mother Tiffany came back at 4 a.m., but she claimed she never came back. She slept over at her mother's place. What are you doing back at 4 a.m.? And then you went back to your mother's place? Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. This case is not complicated as people say. It's really not complicated. We just complicate it. Tiffany knows something. The mother knows something. The uncle knows something. So they better talk. They better talk before the South Africans make them talk. Because at this point, everything is pointing towards her. How do you tell me? Why didn't she mention Gucci? I came back at 4 a.m. Why didn't she mention that? There's a lot to this case, and it's not complicated at all. We're just complicating the case. And then this case is similar to the case of the missing Jocelyn and the baby Kudrana. They all suffered in the hands of their mother. People who were supposed to save them, to shield them. What's got into this woman, Gandhi? What's going on? Huh? How will you kill your own child and let another person do it? I mean, how would you do that? I would die first before letting someone touch my own child. They felt big time. They felt their children. They felt their 9 months. They felt their 9 months. And it doesn't end there. It doesn't end at 9 months. It ends till the point your child is buried. I mean, even if life were to continue in the next life, I'll continue my duties as a mother. Even in the next life, even if it were to be heaven, I'll continue my duties as a mother. And they failed their children. I won't lie. Okay, my people, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bye. Love you. Remember to never turn a blind eye. You could be saving a life, who knows? But never turn a blind eye. Bye.